So once again, Halloween is here. It's time to grab those pillowcases, put on those costumes, and skimp old people out of their candy. We've seen everything this month, from Michael Jackson to the Ghostbusters. We saw some truly horrible werewolf movies, revisited the world of Hogwarts, delved into the macabre world of Wes Craven, discovered where Peter Jackson's roots began, went back to the past with a man-eating plant, and went down the religious path of righteousness with Kevin Smith's action thriller torture porn thing. But what I have in store for you now is so grisly, so macabre, and so horrifying, I had to wait until Halloween to show it to you. So a lot of TV shows had really warped Halloween episodes. Probably the most famous example of this would be The Simpsons' Treehouse of Terror. Beavis and Butt-Head was no exception, and while they didn't make it an annual tradition, the one Halloween special they did have was pretty special. It starts off with the boys doing something we never see them do: sit on their couch watching TV. Actually, I think that's all they ever do because it saves time in the animation process. Right off the bat, it parodies all of those old slasher movie cliches.
Isn't this the same place that those other kids got killed 2 years ago?
Don't be crazy, Tina. You act like you don't even want to get it on.
Their doorbell rings when, for no reason at all, a couple of stupid kids in costumes show up at their front door. Having no clue what day it is, Butthead swipes their candy and shuts the door in their faces.
You take my kid's candy, and I kick your ass! Happy Halloween!
They decide to give trick-or-treating a try and can't figure out why they're having trouble getting candy. So they decide to try out costumes.
Whoa!
I'm Nachos.
They visit the usual characters like Stuart's mom, Mr. Van Driesen, and Mr. Anderson.
What in the hell are you boys supposed to be?
I'm a gnat. I'm a dumbass.
While he goes to answer the phone, the boys invade his home where Beavis bogarts the entire bowl of candy. He then becomes the sugar-induced Bungholio, and in typical series fashion starts roaming the streets for more candy.
Get the hell off my property, you son of a bitch!
Butthead gets picked up by Todd and his gang, where they drive him to the middle of the countryside and leave him for dead. Beavis goes around scaring little kids when he makes his way to an old barn and comes across a really pale-looking caretaker. He passes out, and when he comes to, he's hanging on a wall, with the caretaker and a zombified Butthead approaching him with chainsaws in their hands. So here's a short and sweet review that hopefully got you to laugh a little bit. Beavis and Butthead were rock stars when I was growing up. We knew better, as kids, contrary to what our parents used to think, that they were not to be emulated or admired. But I swear I never laughed so hard as a kid. And watching this now, it holds up really well. If you didn't laugh while watching this, consider yourself dead inside. Or, smart. Either way, happy Halloween, and I'll see you next year. I've got to go steal my kids' candy.